Okay, so now free flight 5. It turns out that there was a little break here. We're back at Houston, and Prince Charles, he wasn't married yet at that time, but he came by on a visit, and we gave him a ride in the simulator. He'd had some flying time, and he got into horrendous PIO. I mean, he was out of control and crashed in the simulator and felt bad. And we said, nah, it's because you're not used to the stick and everything. And that was his tour. So now for this flight, he was actually out along the runway. They had him out there so he could watch. And the objective here was to land on the concrete runway, put it right on the line. There's a white line 5,000 feet down. And Fred was really working at it, putting in a lot of inputs. Look at the elevons going there. You see them? And he's making roll commands, a skip. And so we logged a couple landings. And down and rolled to a stop. And when afterwards we called out, and he came up to say hello and said, "Oh, you made me feel good. You guys did as bad as I did." There he is right there with his binoculars. Well, this scared everybody to death. It looked worse from outside than it did in the cockpit, and the flight control flaw that we found, though, was serious. You got elevons that do both pitch and roll. So in the software, when you're asking for both pitch and roll at the same time, it's got to decide which one do I move. So the software has to give priority, and they decided to give priority to pitch. And roll was taken second priority when you had to limit the commands to the elevons to within the capability of the hydraulic system. So the result was a lag in roll response when you're working pitch hard. And the lag was up around 0.2 to 0.3 of a second. You may be aware, I've studied flight control system. Any kind of system that has 3/4 second delay between input and response is asking for a PIO, pilot-induced oscillation. And we had a big time in roll. Fred was clanking back and forth, stop to stop and roll, trying to level the wings after that first skip. I heard the controller banging over there, and I suggested if you get off, maybe it'll damp, because we're doing this. And sure enough, that's what he did. He stopped the inputs. The airplane damped right away, and then it went okay. But it's something that we had to fix, obviously.